I asked a question. What's going on? You want to tell me what you're doing here?
Looking for you, of course. I was just about to ask Jen if she knew your whereabouts, but you've saved me the trouble.
Jen, did he hurt you?
No, he didn't. It's like he said, he was just looking for you. Who is this guy?
His name is Mitch Lawrence. And he's...
Honey, I wish you'd told me you were coming. I'd have had Nigel put out a nice spread. Well, anyway, we'll head up to the house and raid the fridge ourselves.
We were actually just on our way out.
Oh, good, because I'll tell you something. It is freezing out there. And the first thing we're going to do is put something warm inside both of you.
No, actually, I meant we were leaving.
Al, that is not going to happen. I hardly ever see my granddaughters anymore. And I'm not going to let them mosey off now that I got her at my front door. Been awful quiet, Jesse. You have anything to say for yourself?
We really have to go.
Jesse, I don't know, but you seem kind of upset. What is it? Did anything happen?
There's still no call from Jessica.
Hey, at least from that phone call from Al, we know she's okay. She's not with Mitch Lawrence.
I know, but until she comes home, I'm not going to stop worrying about her.
She probably won't stay away too long.
Oh, baby, she is so angry with me. What if she never comes home?
Of course she will, but, you know, she just got a really big shock. She finds out her biological father is her family's worst enemy.
Yeah, and her mother couldn't stop her father from taking her away.
You still loved her, though, right?
Oh, honey, with all my heart.
And you raised her with love and support, right?
I wish I could have raised you that way.
Well, my point is she's got all these wonderful memories to cling to, and she's going to remember that.
I hope so.
She will. After the shock wears off, she's going to remember all of that.
Yeah. I certainly have a lot of wonderful memories that I treasure. You know something? You are one very, very, very special young lady.
Yeah, I get it from my mom. Everything's going to be okay. You'll see.
I can't tell you how grateful I am to you for all the love and support you've given me. That's what's gotten me through this. Thank you so much, babe. That and a burning desire to get Mitch Lawrence out of both my daughters' lives.
Vicki? Hi, I got here as soon as I could.
Thank you so much.
Well, you said it was important.
It is. Oh, boy, do we need your help.
When Al called here, Jessica wouldn't let him tell anyone where they were, including you. If that's what Jessica needed, then I'm all for it. When you love someone, it's about what they need, not about what you need. And what Jessica's saying now is that she doesn't need you. You're starting to really irritate me, Rex. She's going through the worst moment of her life, man. If you two are such a hot item, how come she's not going through it with you? Why don't you shut your damn mouth? The truth hurts, huh? Not as much as you're gonna hurt if you don't stop talking like this. What's your problem, anyway? Why are you so interested in me and Jessica? Geez, Seth, sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm not interested in you at all. What are you saying, Rex? You're interested in Jessica?
What is it, Jesse? What's wrong?
Nothing.
I'll tell you, I wouldn't be a good grandfather if I fell for that. I know something's not right with you. Why, huh? Hey, whoa. Is this one giving you a hard time?
Me? No, I would never...
I'm talking to my granddaughter.
No. He's been great. Trust me.
All right, then what is it?
She had a fight with Seth. She was a little upset, but she's okay now.
Well, I know for a fact she's upset, and she was crying. Now, that is not okay, Al. And I'll tell you something else. This isn't the first time this boy has given you grief. So maybe I should have a good talk with him. You know, the kind that would have him kind of limping for a week.
Grandpa, please.
All right, if you say so, honey, but I'll tell you, I just hate anyone hurting any one of my kin.
You know, what I think Jess needs right now is to get out of here and into someplace warm.
Wait, what have you got there, honey?
It's just a photo.
I remember the day that this was taken. Clint, with his beautiful little baby girl. Miss him?
Yeah.
He misses you. I swear, honey, the day you were born, the happiest day in your daddy's life.
Wait a minute.
Clint isn't Jessica's father?
I had DNA testing done.
I can't imagine how you must feel.
Well, let's put it this way. If wishing could make it all go away, it would have been gone a long time ago, but unfortunately it can't. Now, Clint is not Jesse's biological father. Mitch Lawrence is.
Oh, man. Mitch Lawrence, drugging you.
You know what, Nora? I'm more worried about what he's going to do now. I have to keep him away from my family. That's why I called you.
All right, well, I'll do my best to do whatever you need. So, what do you need?
I need a way to get my daughter away from Mitch Lawrence.
Okay, I'm not following you. I don't understand. Why would Jessica want anything to do with him anyway, father or not?
I'm sorry. It's not Jesse. Okay, it's Natalie.
Right, you involved with Lawrence somehow?
You could say that. I married him.
You married him?
It's a long story.
Yeah, I'll bet.
The bottom line is, Nora, is there a way that you can get Natalie out of this marriage to Mitch Lawrence?
What's with the champagne and the glasses?
Marcy brought it over.
Marcy.
I also remember in the hospital, Clint here used to hold you so hard, I was afraid he's going to squeeze the breath out of you.
That's not how it happened, Grandpa.
I was there, honey. I know. And your mama was worse than Clint. When she was holding you, she never wanted to let go.
That wasn't me, that was Natalie.
What?
In the hospital. The baby that Mom didn't want to let go was Natalie before she'd been kidnapped. And this picture was taken when I was brought back.
I guess you're right, Jesse. I'm sorry. I gotta admit, it's kind of tough for me to keep this twin story straight. I know that you were stolen out of the hospital because of that snake, Mitch Lawrence.
Right, that was before anyone even knew I existed.
I just would love to get my hands on that SOB.
You know what? I think that we should really go. It's time, definitely.
What do you say, Jess? Would you like to take Almond for a ride as long as you're here? Gonna be a full moon tonight.
It's really late.
I remember when Clint taught you how to ride. I told him you were too little. Riding a horse would scare the living daylights out of you.
Maybe you're so patient that I wasn't scared at all.
It wasn't just Clint's patience. It was you too, Jesse. You had more guts than any rodeo champ. And you set that saddle like you were born there. That's when I knew you had it.
What?
The Buchanan spirit. You are a Buchanan through and through. And I knew that. Even though everybody was saying you're Roxy's daughter, there was no mistaking your Buchanan bloodline. What do you say, honey? Want to saddle up?
Maybe another time.
Good night.
Is that it? You want Jessica for yourself? You know, Seth, I think you should worry less about me, more about the guy she's with right now, because it looks to me like Al is moving in on your territory.
Natalie, did you know much about Mitch Lawrence before you married him?
No, he didn't tell me anything. He had everything from me, including his real name.
Really?
Well, you don't think I would have done this, do you? I mean, if I'd known.
Well, I assume not, but...
Well, even still, knowing him, not knowing him, it was really stupid to just jump into some marriage like that.
Sweetheart, you were at a very low point, and he took advantage of that.
I totally screwed up. I mean, as soon as I found out who my husband was, I mean, I felt pretty dumb.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Just tell me that you can get me out of this.
Oh, I think definitely.
Oh, thank you, Nora.
How?
Well, I assume that you've already asked Mitch if he would let you go.
Yeah.
And he said no.
You got it.
And you're not really, well, are you open to paying him off?
Oh, I've tried that. I've tried. No, he wants more than money, and he's already figured out that he can get more by staying married.
Mm-hmm. Well, even if there are no children involved, divorce is very difficult, especially if he decides to fight it, so it's going to take a little time. Of course, there are some other options.
Annulment?
Well, I wanted that, but Mitch wouldn't go along with it.
Well, under certain circumstances, it's really not up to him.
Such as?
Well, I mean, you said yourself that you had no idea, anything about Mitch Lawrence when you married him. He didn't tell you anything about him.
That makes a difference?
Oh, absolutely. He knew that. He knew that you didn't know that. That's a kind of fraud, and court recognizes fraud as a reason for annulment.
Any other reasons?
Well, yes. Did you consummate the marriage?
No. Thank God. That's the only thing out of this mess that I got lucky on.
Well, good. That's also grounds for annulment. I'll get working on this right away.
Nora, thank you so much.
Happy to do it. Oh, and although I realize that this is completely confidential, I will have to go and discuss some of these things with Bo. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. He knows everything anyway.
All right, good. Then, other than Bo, it's
Nora?
What?
You're engaged.
I know the commandments, and I obey them. But in your case, I'm willing to break one.
Thou shalt not covet.
No. Thou shalt not kill.
And by that you mean...
Exactly what I say. You do one thing to hurt Natalie, and I'll kill you.
Wow, when did that happen?
Oh, you don't want to talk about my engagement now.
Of course we do. It's good news. We would love to talk about some good news.
Yeah, I'm with Mom on that. This is really great. Dr. MacGyver's a really nice guy.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
He was really helpful when I hurt my hand, so.
And he and Ben worked together very, very well at the clinic.
Yeah, eventually.
That's right, I forgot. So, how did he propose?
Was it romantic?
Yes, incredibly romantic. I mean, it just happened Christmas Eve, so my head's still kind of spinning.
Oh, my goodness, and it's New Year's Eve, and we're keeping you away from him. I'm so sorry. You want to celebrate.
Well, there's plenty of time to do that. A whole lifetime. In the meantime, I'll want to focus on getting Natalie's marriage ended. And then I'll focus on starting my own marriage.
Okay, here we are. Listen, if everybody's looking for us, I'm pretty sure this is the last place they'll look.
What about Roxanne? I don't want to see her right now.
Don't worry about it. Roxanne's not here. I checked the whole place. Nobody's home.
Well, she's going to have to come home eventually. I really don't want to see anybody who has to do with this whole mess.
Isn't that pretty much everybody you know?
Yeah. Except you.
Thanks. So, this will just be temporary. Tomorrow we'll look for someplace else to hide. And listen, I won't leave you alone, unless that is you want me to.
Are you kidding? You are the best person I can think of to have by my side right now. I'm telling you, you have been the most amazing friend.
Well, I think I'm gonna have to settle for second most amazing, right behind you. Listen, I'm really sorry about everything you're going through right now. It's awful. And Asa, you know, he just kept on saying all the wrong things to you.
It was the truth. Mitch, my father is a horrible human being. And that's it, you know, that's what I'm gonna have to deal with. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm stuck with him. I'm stuck with him for the rest of my life.
You do one thing to hurt Natalie, and I'll kill you.
A little louder, please, Mr. Vega. I want to make sure the commissioner can hear you clearly.
What are you doing here, Lawrence?
Well, I thought I would have a little talk with the young man who dragged my wife out of a second-story window against her will.
Do you have any proof of that?
No, but you don't need any since you were party to it.
Do you have any proof of that?
Of course not. Like me, you're very good at what you do.
Well, I'll tell you what you're going to do right now. You're going to leave. And you're not going to show your face here or at Land Fair again, because the mayor just signed a new anti-stalking law. And I'm dying to enforce it.
Nice meeting you, Jennifer.
I'm really sorry about this whole Mitch Lawrence thing. But with me out of the way, you should be fine. So, I guess this is it. Goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah, you're right. You can't change who your biological father is. But you still have your real father, Clint. You have something else. You have something far more important. You have that Buchanan spirit.
Oh, boy. You really are starting to sound like my grandfather.
Well, your grandfather is right. You're Buchanan. You're fearless. You can face this, Jesse. You can face anything.
You really think so?
I know so. Because I know you.
The temper on that ex-boyfriend of yours, threatening me in front of witnesses.
You worried?
Hardly. Actually, I think I may be able to use it to my advantage. And then we will have everything we want. You will get back at Cristian and Natalie for what they did to you. And I will get back at Vicki for what she did to me.
Oh, Chris. Oh. I'm so glad you're back. Did everything go okay? You left?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Cristian's going to be staying here for a little while at the carriage house.
Is he?
That's okay, isn't it?
Actually, no. Well, you're obviously involved.
Yeah, we are.
Till I get your annulment from Mitch, I think it would be a good idea if you two stayed away from each other.